Planet Vero Studio is powered by the Nolan Group of eXp Realty. MyNextHomeFinder.com.
Treasure Coast Connector. Connecting residents and businesses of the Treasure Coast. And here's your host, Ellen Contreras.
Well, welcome to Treasure Coast Connector. I'm your host, Ellen Contreras. My company by the same name is one of the show's sponsors. We help business owners to put a spotlight on their products and services, creating awareness in the marketplace through social media marketing, lead generation campaigns, video production, websites, PR, articles in the news. All the details are on the website, www.tcconnector.com, or call 772-925-4557. Treasure Coast Connector, the show, puts a spotlight on local business owners. Everyone has an interesting story of why they do what they do. When we learn about them and do business locally, it strengthens the local economy. So this is the first of two holiday shows. We're taping this on December 19th. And I have three very successful business women in the studio with me. They're here to talk about what they do and what drove them to build their businesses, some of the things they've learned along the way, what they're planning for 2023, and more. Janet Searsant is a prolific author, and she is the founder of La Maison Publishing here in Vero Beach. And Wendy Kramer is the founder of Kramer Wellness. She's a registered nurse. She helps her clients with de-stressing and detoxifying their bodies at Kramer Wellness in Vero. And Carolyn Raitt is the owner and founder of oh my goodness, Ocean Sands Wellness. She had a name change recently, and I can't believe I almost stuttered over that, but she is a certified life coach, Reiki master, massage therapist, craniosacral therapy. We have a lot to talk about, and they've been on the show before. You're back again, and welcome.
Thank you.
And I stuttered over all of that, and I only had a few sips of the holiday Prosecco, but we did a lovely toast. Let's toast again, but you didn't want more Prosecco. We'll just do an air toast. Cindy, the show producer. Cheers. The show producer that makes everything happen for me, because all I know how to do is sit in front of a microphone and talk. So anyway, but this is, what do you think of the Labella? Do you like it?
Very good.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
My glass is empty.
I know. I offered you more before we started. And we also have truffles, and then we have in this gorgeous box Janet Searsant. Not only is she an author, but she's a baker, Italian homemade cookies. Oh my goodness, I love them so much. I only offered the ladies one each. I didn't even offer Cindy a cookie. I'm sorry, I'll do that on the break. So ladies, we're going to start with you since you're sitting closest to me, Janet. Give everyone an overview of who you are and what you do.
Well, my name is Janet, and I always wanted to be a housewife, and I did have that dream, and I was a housewife for 30 years. I didn't have an interest of going out in the world and having a career, but it was kind of forced on me because my ex-husband lost his job and decided to start a business, so I helped him with that, and we had a family-run business.
Yeah, but it gained traction. You guys were very successful.
Yeah, we were very successful.
Because there was a good woman behind them. Just saying.
It was in Atlanta, and at the time it was an exhibit company, and there were only two others at that time. So we were the third. And I was quite happy working at home and doing the payroll and the taxes and the employee, work. And, the years just rolled on. After 9/11, things got a little rough.
Yeah.
And I guess it took its toll. So we ended up getting divorced, and I moved to Florida. But now, after being a housewife all that time, I wasn't out in the workforce. So the only thing that really saved me was I was running that business, and I knew about running a business. And at the same time, my father had written his memoirs for me, and I wrote my first book. And I was trying to find a publisher, but that was not so easy. And then I started thinking, well, I could start my own publishing company.
See, I like that. That's just sassy.
If they don't want me, I'll start my own.
Do it myself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I started my own publishing company, and I published my book. And here in Vero, I started a critique group at the library, and people started asking me, could you help me with my book? So
And that's how
I
it.
did, and now I have about 75 clients, and I write my own books, and I'm a small publisher, but I
You're
pretty much
busy.
do everything the big publisher does, except, it's not like the big five.
Right. That's okay. So you're the sixth.
Yeah.
Hey, just put yourself at the end.
Right.
That's okay. And you're growing.
And I love it because now I love my life, and
Yeah.
I reinvented myself because I really didn't know
Yeah.
what I was going to do.
We're going to talk about that in just a moment. The lemonade scenario, and another sassy lady here. I know she's like, don't do that. No, but you are known and loved by so many people, and it's amazing. Kramer Wellness isn't even a year old yet, and you guys are getting like busy. So even with the colon hydrotherapy, so tell everybody what Kramer Wellness is, just a general overview.
In general, I wanted to bring the business into Vero, so that I could bring the awareness of, what, we can heal ourselves. The body knows how to. We just need to detoxify by hydrating, by eating better. Not that I do it. I mean, I cheat here and there, but I am in a better place today than I was years back.
Very good.
As a registered nurse and as a holistic doctor student,
Yeah.
I went back to school.
Yeah,
I'm
to
so
be a
proud of
nurse.
that.
Can I say you're going to be a nurse practitioner soon?
Well-
Did I just let the cat out of the bag? It's exciting.
Yes, it is. But it's also it's hard,
Mhm.
Being a woman, you take on so many roles. You're a mom. I'm a grandmother of 4. I'm also friends with many. Now I'm people are trusting me, so I
Yeah.
have to
Yeah.
show the best. You know what I'm saying? So
Sure.
I just want to bring into the community something wholesome, something that every woman and man can come in and relax and detoxify and just relax. Where do you get that from here? COVID has given us so much stress. After COVID, and I don't know what's going to happen next year, but
Nothing. Oh, we're skating nice and
that's
clear.
right. You know
I'm
what?
just
We're
going to
gonna have-
claim that. I don't want to hear it anymore.
We don't,
Yeah.
but we need to know where to go when we don't feel good.
Sure.
So I do have colonics, which that will clean your colon. I have the salt therapy room, which is really good for your respiratory system.
Yeah.
Yes, it's amazing. And for your skin, I have the Hocket, which is the ozone sauna, which has 10 modalities, and it is one of the best powerful detoxificator that
And the
that's in the
ionic
end.
foot soak.
the ionic
and-
foot
yeah.
soak, and then we have massage,
Mhm.
which is always good. I will be bringing in something new in the beginning of the year, so it is exciting.
We're going to talk about
That's
that
right.
in a moment. We're gonna hold some things back because we're talking about all this great stuff, but it's like, wait, that's for the
That's
next
right.
question. That is okay. Now, also sassy, successful business lady, and we're going to talk about how you did some retooling and things,
Yeah.
but an overview because you also, I think on your website it says your inner peace awaits. I think that's how it's.
Yeah, I describe it as empowering women to unlock the hidden language of their bodies. And it's more than just the physical.
Yeah.
And like you were saying, Wendy, we can get in touch with how our mind, our thoughts, the chatter, the critic has such an influence over how we take care of our bodies
Yeah.
and also what we believe.
Mm-hmm.
So I had probably 30 years in corporate America, thinking that was the only way. Lived in a high-stress life and had a series of tragedies that unfolded fairly quickly, some deaths, suicide of my brother, and a cancer diagnosis all in 3 years. Really gave me insight to knowing there had to be something different and something better. And through that experience, you search for something beyond yourself. And that brings you often to a spiritual journey. And spirit meaning something bigger than yourself. Believe what you believe, not necessarily religion, but more something bigger than yourself. And I first became a coach, as you mentioned, and it's focusing really on mindset and stress. And you were just saying, you know, we have very similar backgrounds, but there's no competition here. And I wanted just to bring up that women supporting women is critical. And I think that's what we're all doing here, especially with your forum.
Yeah, that's why I actually wanted the two of you to meet and made that happen, a month or so ago?
Yeah, a few months ago, absolutely, because there's obviously we're here to help people, and there's plenty of people to be helped. But stress and anxiety is pervasive. I looked up a statistic right before coming here, the American Institute of Stress. Over 71% of people say that stress is impacting their physical health. And 77 say it's impacting their mental health. I mean, that's incredible.
Mental and physical. It's,
So through massage therapy, licensed massage therapist, I am at Upledger down in West Palm going through a certification for cranial therapy, which is unlocking the ability for your parasympathetic nervous system to settle in and really relax. All of these modalities are non-invasive. And also just like you were saying, you know, eating right. And I completely revamped my diet and looked at the preservatives and the kinds of things I was consuming. And again, it's choice. We have a choice. It's not right or wrong. It's just a choice.
That is true. But I'm going to eat my Italian
You
cookies.
do what you do you. That's what I say. You do you.
Work this in somehow.
You do that. No judgment here at all.
Take it away.
And then lastly, just Reiki healing, because for me, it was transformational. An energy healer really unlocked some grief that was deep inside and taught me how to unlock the heart. And the heart is critical to connecting with your body.
Yeah, that is true. Yeah. And I'm looking at the time, and I can't believe the show is like halfway over.
Wow.
Look at this. Cindy just said, take a break. But we have a lot more to talk about, so stay tuned. Treasure Coast Connector will be right back.
Affordable Water continues to offer you the best water on the Treasure Coast. Earn a competitive salary and a 401k working weekdays as a delivery driver or water treatment tech. To apply, stop in at Affordable Water in Sebastian at 645 Old Dixie Highway.
Right now at Sunshine Furniture, it's holiday sale time. They are clearing out their warehouses to make room for new furniture styles, and this means you can save on selected styles from Lloyd Flanders, Beechcraft, Windward, Riverside, Universal, Caprice, Four Seasons, and more. Sofas, dining sets, patio groups, occasional chairs, cabinets, bedroom sets, and occasional tables. There are lots of pieces on sale from inside and out, just in time to make Santa say ho ho ho. Sunshine Furniture has the largest selection of coastal furniture anywhere, including a gallery of Tommy Bahama Home and a Universal Coastal Living collections. Visit Sunshine Furniture now for their holiday sale. And right now, all pictures, lamps, and accessories are half price. Sunshine Furniture, $12.95 US 1 in Vero Beach. Online at sunshinefurniturecasual.com. And don't forget to shop their outlet and sell store just across the street.
Sunshine Furniture.
Not crypto coins, not penny stocks. The best tool to build wealth is still real estate. I'm Chris Nolan of the Nolan Group of eXp Realty. Invest today and allow your real estate to provide a future for your family tomorrow. We'll show you the way. Visit mynexthomefinder.com.
Who's got time to clean? When you need it clean, call Germ Wizards LLC. Using the most up-to-date equipment, Germ Wizards pays strict attention to detail. They make dust disappear. Whether you need your office to sparkle, your home to shine, or you want to give someone a great gift, hire the Germ Wizards. It's easy to get a quote online. There's even an online portal to discuss details directly with your cleaning professional. Visit GermWizardsLLC.com. Make dust disappear with Germ Wizards.
Welcome back to Treasure Coast Connector. I'm your host, Ellen Contreras, and I've been chatting with Janet Searsant, Wendy Kramer, and Carolyn Raitt, respective women business owners. I really haven't drank a lot, but sometimes I'm just naturally funny and I flub, and that's okay. Actually, my husband says I'm not funny at all.
Oh.
So you've heard that. Wendy has heard that. So we've all heard the phrase, when life hands us lemons, let's make lemonade, right? So nobody ever, when you were talking about your book, Searching for the Shire, and you said, ooh, this is kind of like serious stuff in here, and I tried to make it light and happy at the end. That's what we are as Americans. Every show, every movie has to be wrapped up nice and neat, but other parts of the world, no, if it's an unhappy ending, that's how they say it. But you know what? I like the American positivity, and by golly, we're going to stick with that. So with that said, your husband, the two of you unfortunately got divorced, and you were in this quandary of, well, I thought I was still going to have some aspect of running the business, and that didn't happen.
Right.
So you sat there and you started writing, and you're a good writer, and you're a publisher. So what piece of advice, what piece of advice could you give for having that challenge of saying, no, I'm now going to write, because you were going to, and you talked yourself out of it several times. So what was that push?
Well, I never expected to be divorced after 30 years, so it was kind of a shock, and I kind of backed up for a second, what am I going to do? And at the time I was writing, and I loved it, and I always was able to take care of myself as far as stress. Even when I was under stress, married, I'd pull out the flour and start baking at 11 o'clock. So that's where the baking came in. But I'd probably be a baker if I wasn't a writer and a publisher. Yeah. But coming to Florida, I felt the stress just lift. I love my life, and I love what I do. And I can work at home. I work one-on-one with my clients. So it's flexible, and I get to write my own books, and I'm hoping to finish one by the end of this year, which I have 2 weeks left.
Am I going to be a beta reader?
Yes.
Okay. I'm putting it out there in a public forum.
It's my 14th book.
Wow. I've read a whole bunch of them, but
I've written some books under my name, and some under a pen name. And also I've written poetry books, children's books. I have a coffee table book, so I include that.
Yeah, Ocean's Daughter.
But I started writing fiction, and I'm doing a historical fiction right now.
Yeah,
but
I'm looking forward to that.
I'm just loving my life, and I never would have dreamed 15 years ago I'd be where I am today.
Yeah, but you dared to dream, and that's the difference. So what I want people to know, the people that are watching this are seeing your graphics with your contact information popping up, right? But for people that are on iHeartRadio or the podcasts, your name, you can be found, your books can be found on Amazon. So it's Janet, Janet, Searsant, Sierzant, for Amazon, and then it's La Maison Publishing, LAMAISON Publishing.com.
Well, I also do a free critique group every Friday at the library.
The Vero Beach Library.
At 10 o'clock, they could find me there.
Okay, very good. And on Facebook, La Maison Publishing.
Yes.
Okay. So now the lemons in your life that dared to show up, unfortunately, was in the form of cancer. You were on this show once before, and you thumbed your nose at it.
Well, not really.
Well, I say you did.
Well, you know what? It's not like what you were saying, a perfect box, like everything. No, mine was very messy. There was a lot of depression. There was a lot of this. There was a lot of, you go through that, and you're, everybody says you're going to be okay. Or I know how you feel, and those were words that, no, you don't, you know, you don't know that I want to see my grandchildren, grow up, all these things come through your mind.
Sure.
And as I prepared, and you know what? I am who I am too because I have a good support system.
Yeah.
My
Your
husband,
Steve, is amazing.
That man, you know,
Yeah.
he's one of a kind.
You know, the tissues are over there, but
No.
you have a napkin in front of you.
No,
Okay.
it's okay.
Okay.
No, he's my rock,
Yeah.
you know, and he asked me, you know, after I went through all that, he said, so what do you want to do now? You know, do it.
Mm-hmm.
Who does that,
I know.
you know?
Yeah.
And he waited. I mean, he did everything he could. And then I took over. Now I am over, you know, and I am doing it. And now I'm saying, you know what? You take a break, you know? And I love doing that
Yeah.
because he deserves it.
Yeah.
So,
But I want people to know, because I'm looking at the time, and I want to make sure that we're okay with time,
Yeah.
because we could talk for a long
That's
time,
right.
all of us. So Kramer Wellness, KRAMER Wellness.com,
That's
and then they can also find you on Instagram and Facebook. And I want people to understand that you were tired of being sick and tired. That's what prompted you after
That's
you got
right.
well to become a nurse, and then to have a wellness facility so that people can take an active role in maintaining their health.
And when they say, you have no idea how I feel, I can say, I kind of do. You know,
yeah.
that's powerful.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know? I
Yeah.
think God puts you in those places.
Sure.
So that is
Yes.
a very powerful.
And I think that's the same thing with you, with your cancer battle.
Yeah.
So it's Ocean Sands Wellness, because when you were on the show first,
It was coaching.
coaching, right? So sorry about that in the beginning.
No, but what I wanted to say just quickly to tie that in is the learning for me was not to be attached to an outcome. So when I first received the coaching, I thought coaching was it. And then I was in coaching and thinking, there's more, there's got to be more. And I didn't know what more meant. But that inner knowing, we spoke about this before the show, of just following that gut check. And I said, okay, fine, there's more, what more? And paths opened and I followed them. Always know the path that you follow isn't necessarily the one you have to follow forever. Just look left and right, and maybe you deviate, and if it doesn't work, go back to that path. You always have choice and freedom. Trust yourself.
Yeah.
Believe in yourself.
Absolutely. And so what I think for you that's big in 2023 is the Reiki, the massage,
craniosacral,
the
for sure.
craniosacral. Okay, so that's a big
All
thing
holistic.
for you for this year. And you'll meet with people coaching on Zoom.
Right.
But then you're based in Sebastian, but you're
I'm looking at, and Vera, and even we had a little conversation, Wendy and
know.
I. So I'm definitely trying to build more down here in Vero. So
Okay, very good.
find me on the internet mainly, but I'm opening Facebook in January.
Excellent. Okay, we have like about a minute and a half. So 2023 for you, Wendy, is Jacqueline Maples.
Yes. An esthetician.
I like her.
I do
She's
too.
been on my show too.
She's a beautiful soul.
Yes.
And I am so fortunate that she's going to be coming in with me, you know?
A licensed esthetician.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, so she believes in everything natural, and I do too. I don't wear much of anything, so she and I clicked right away. And then she knows the Word of God, so and that's what I want to keep in my, in my wellness center. So it's a great match.
Well, very good. And then so we have 1 minute. So for 2023 for you is this new book coming out. You have a lot of books in your head. However, there's a lot of other people with books in their head, and they just don't know how to proceed. And that's your secret sauce. You know exactly how to do it.
Right.
So La Maison Publishing. So we only have a few seconds left. Ladies, thank you so very much for being on the show, because I think it was inspirational for other women that are in business for themselves to hear that they're not alone, that, other people have the same issues. And for those that are looking to start a business, you're people to look up to. So thank you for being on the show. For everyone watching and listening, my name is Ellen Contreras, host of Treasure Coast Connector. I hope you have a safe, wonderful, productive week. And until next week, I miss you already.